Here it is. Finally, the my gear list for my hike. I feel like we need to have like trumpets, you know, bum, 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 bum. But you know, after a long time and 2 years of planning and or actually 2 years of really kind of putting together this kit, I've been planning this for over 18 years. But here we go, some 20 days from Springer Mountain. And just a real quick caveat to the last video where I said I was actually putting weight back on. I think I must have been high or something. I didn't put weight back on. I mean, I did, but I took it back off of my pack. My starting base pack weight is 12.8 pounds. So I feel really good about that. Considering I've been seeing starting weights 30, 40, 50 pounds. So I feel good. So let's get going. I'll try not to talk too much. That might be difficult. The pack itself is a Katabatic Gear Helios 55. I love this thing. I've been putting it through its paces. I actually got a little Cuban tape on there, fix and repair. But this is a Cuban fiber pack. Excuse me. They also make a pack in, I think it's like X-Pack fabric as well. This is a 55 liter, and I love it. I probably could have went with a 40 liter, but I wanted to have the extra room in case I have to really bulk up on food or extra supplies or whatever. So I'm just going to go around the pack and then I'm going to unpack it, and I think that'll be the easiest way. So I'm coming around here. So love this pack. It really is great. It's not a very well-known pack. Katabatic Gear is mostly known for their sleeping bags. So in this front right pocket, I've got a little tripod for my phone, and I'm using my phone to video this. Earphones and a Leatherman CS. It's like 1.5 ounces. It's just enough. Also, this bag's a lock sack bag. It's actually part of my waterproofing system for my phone. I once researched like 48 hours of phone cases and waterproof and shockproof, and what I ended up going with is on my phone I have the Rhino Shield bumper and the Rhino Shield front and back protectors. That's for shockproof and dropping. And then if it rains, I just put it right inside this lock sack, which is good to like 200 feet of water, and it's like almost an ounce lighter than a regular case. And then also I get better controls on the phone. You know, I don't have to worry about that covering. So that's kind of, so that goes up there. The left front is always, I always put like 2 or 3 bars in the front, chapstick and mitts. So, and then right here, my phone will go in this little pocket. This is a little aftermarket I got. And then I also have a stick pick. So I got a stick pick. All right, coming around here, this is my tent. This is the Tarp Tent Moment DW. If you go to my very first video I've ever posted on YouTube, it's a review of this. I think it's the highest watched video of the Tarp Tent Moment. And it's interesting because I've been through so many different tents, and I really loved the Z-Packs Altiplex, but I kept getting called back to this. So I'm going with the Tarp Tent Moment DW. I love this thing, and I'm really happy with my choice to stick with this. All right, so going around this side, Sawyer Squeeze. This is the full-size one. I hate the mini, hate the flow rate. Sawyer Squeeze. And then, you know, Smart Water Bottle. Just put that in there for simulation. Up top, got the Thermarest Z seat. Can't leave home without it. It's part of my, that video I did, 2015 favorite gear. Love this thing. Okay, then inside here, got a wind shirt. This is a EMS ultralight wind shirt. And I spent a lot of time researching wind shirts. And believe it or not, this one came out on tops for me. I know it's not a fancy brand name, but it's 3.8 ounces for an extra large. You can't beat that. And to me, it really works in the wind. I love it. It's also part of my cold weather layering system. So, all right, and then coming on down, this is also part of my hydration system. I carry 2 Evernew 1.5 liters. And I know water's pretty easy on the AT, but I drink a lot. And when I get to camp, I hate having to worry about water. So I will camel up with these before I get to camp. This is a scoop. A lot of people use a like a cut off bottom of a bottle, but I use, this is an old Sawyer bag. When I use this, I find it's easier. And I add a little angle, and then I can roll it up. Goes out of the way. And then of course I got my tornado tube. I have a separate video on gravity feed filtering, which you can check out. It's pretty cool. But I use that system. I love it, and it beats paying $100 for a real gravity feed system. So yeah, check it out. All right. Okay, so moving on. Toiletry stuff. Again, I have a whole companion video of my Diddy Bag. So, alrighty. This is going to be part of my stove system. I will get to that in just a sec. Alright, so let's go inside, see what's going on with that. Again, this is all waterproof, so it's nice. I don't have to have a rain cover on it. I do use a pack cover on the inside. All right. So, up top is my rain gear. If there's rain in the forecast for that day, I'll just move it. I'll put it in the front pocket. But if I don't need it, this is a Luke's Ultralight. He makes a couple different styles. This is the I think it's the Pertex breathable kind. I got pit zips. Total weight for an extra large is like 5.7 ounces. So it works out really good. Really like it. I wouldn't say it's the most breathable rain jacket, but it does takes a long time for it to wet out, which is, to me, is the more important part. So again, Luke's Ultralight. Go check him out. He does custom mods too as well. Like he'll make this stuff. And then for my bottom half, instead of rain pants, I use a Z-Pax Cuban fiber rain kilt or a rain skirt. It also unfolds and unzips. Yeah, it unzips too, so lays out. So like if I'm gonna have lunch in like a grassy area, I can spread this out, set my lunch on, or do whatever. I don't really carry a ground sheet, but if I'm in an area that's rocky, I can put this under just the part of the tent that I'll be laying on. Again, extra protection. So it is pretty kind of a multi-purpose. All right, so this is my food bag. I just have stuff from my cupboards in here just to give it some volume. This is the Z-Pax food bag. I also have 50 feet of bear hang cord in there as well. So. All right, let's talk cook kit. This is one that I really mulled over because I am a multi-fuel user. I love alcohol stoves. I love my canister stove. I love my soda stove, and I love Esbit. So it came down to, my decision came down to, I realized that I was going to pretty much only be cooking a dinner and coffee. So I didn't really want to carry the weight of the canister stove and all that. I didn't want to carry alcohol because alcohol is actually not really that efficient. So you have to carry a lot. So it really came down to wanting to have a weight issue and efficiency and usability. So I'm going to be using Esbit. So the pot here is a Toke 750 liter. It's nice, it's got graduated markings on it. And I got turned on to the 4 gram Esbit tablets. If you're just doing coffee in the morning, 1 tablet will get your water hot enough to do coffee. Normally you get them in like 14 gram tablets. So you can use a 4 gram. And actually at night for 2 cups, I can do 8 grams, 2 4 gram tablets, and get my water hot enough to rehydrate. So I don't have to, I can carry more for less weight. So this right here is 3 ounces, which is what my, just my soda stove alone weighs. So, and this is like 10 meals worth. So I got just a little heat shield. So we'll put that down. And then this is the tri-wing. While I set this up, what I was going to say was, if you go to Esbit's website or read their descriptions of Esbit tablets, it'll say non-odor or odor-free. It's a complete crock of BS. Esbit tablets stink. So I always recommend never store your fuel inside your pod. It's probably like the only downside of it, but you just put that over top like that. This is a titanium windscreen. Just goes right over that. It's a piece of cake, goes on like that. And then this is also in my favorite gear 2015. It's the Gossamer gear warm sack. So I can take it off the stove. Put it right in here. Add some hot lips. Gotta have the hot lips. You got a great way to drink and eat. Got a lighter. But yeah, that is good. It's it doesn't smell the best, so definitely don't recommend storing that inside your cook kit. I did that once, and that's how I ended up getting this pack towel, because it just completely stained the pack towel. Now, the tablets themselves are like non-toxic, but they got odor. And then lastly, this is a change I did. I love the Optimist titanium folding spoon, but I got turned on to this. It's like, I think it's called Human Go or Human Go Human. It's called the Duo Bites. And this thing really is cool, and it locks in there really good. It's the best locking kind of style like this I've ever seen. It doesn't have a metallic taste to it. And I just really like it. It's ergonomically really good, so I'm going with this. Okay, so that's my cook system. All right, AWOL's guide, gotta have that. Also got a little pencil pen in there, and I plan on using this also as a journal, so I can write every night where I stop, who I'm staying with, things like that. So this would be a great memento to look back on. This is my Diddy Bag. Again, I have a whole video called What's in My Diddy Bag. The only other note I'll add in here is I have a Petzl Tika Plus headlamp. Had this about 3 years. Love it. Not going to change it. Everything else has not changed. So if you go to that video, you can see exactly what's in my Diddy Bag, which is like my first aid kit and batteries and stuff like that. Okay, so if you notice, I didn't have a liner bag for all that stuff. That's all stuff that's already waterproof in its own right. So I do have a Z-Pax Cuban fiber bag, pack liner, and so this is for all the stuff that I really do not want to have get wet. So the first thing is, this is an Osprey Straightjacket compression sack. It's a little heavier, but it's part of my sleep system. The video right before this I did is called my favorite pillow combo. So this is part of that. So, but in here, so let's go over clothing. The first thing now, this is my Big Sky Dream Sleeper pillow. Love it. It's on that video right before this one. And then I also just put my electronics in here and in a separate bag. I'm really paranoid about getting this wet. But I'm using the Ravpower. This is a 9000 mAh. What I really like about it is a built-in wall outlet and a built-in lightning wire. It's really efficient too. I have a 10,000 mAh anchor as well, and this thing blows that away, so it's really good. I do have a second, it's kind of redundant, it's the one thing, but I do have a second short lightning wire, just in the event that this doesn't work out. And this is how I'm going to store videos and pictures, because I anticipate filling my phone up. This is a SanDisk. I think I can't remember the actual name of it, but this is actually designed for the iPhone to transfer videos on and off the phone. So this is 128 gigs, which will be plenty. I've got the Super Max iPhone storage on that one as well. So between the two, I'll have plenty of memory. Okay, so there's that. Let's talk clothes. Keep in mind, I'm starting mid-May, and I've been following like weather data for years down in Georgia, so I know it can get cold, but for the most part, this is a system I feel really good with. So my sleepwear is Thermosilkies, and I found these years ago. And they're really like see-through, but it's silk. They're called Thermosilk, but they're surprisingly warm and a great next to skin layer. You can wear them at night. In the summertime, they moderate your temperature real well, but it helps keep your bag clean and your sleeping pad clean. So I've got a top and a bottom, super lightweight for an extra large, which is what I have, 7 ounces for the set. So real light. Okay, then I'm also going to be, for socks, Smartwool socks. I'm a Smartwool guy. They just are really comfortable to me. I also have an extra shirt. This is an Icebreaker Sphere shirt. So nice and lightweight. And an extra pair of shorts. These are Brooks running Sherpa shorts. I eliminated the need for underwear by going with the liner. And I love these things, and the liner is like butter, you know, like it keeps everything really nice and comfortable down there and supportive. So I have that, and it's a whole separate set of clothes. But on a through hike, I don't want to risk hypothermia not having dry clothes to change into. So speaking of clothes, I will be wearing again a second set of Brooks running shorts. And this is 100% merino wool. This is an Icebreakers 150 weight. Love this thing. Really reduces down stink. Because I mean, we're gonna stink, but at least we can cut it back a little bit. And then this always goes in my right pocket. This is a Smartwool merino wool buff, and wear it on the head. Use it as a pot handle, cozy. It's multi-purpose. Love this thing. Shoes I'm going to be wearing, Keen Voyagers. Love the Keen Voyagers. I like a nice wide foot box. And not really wearing, but my trekking poles are the Black Diamond Trail Ergo Cork. I think that's right. Again, really great. I use the rubber tips. They're kind of gimmicky, but I live in Pennsylvania. I hike the AT in Pennsylvania all the time. If you know anything about the AT in Pennsylvania, it's just littered with rocks. These things actually really provide great grip on the rocks. So I don't know if I'll always have them on my pole, but I will have them for like real rocky areas. I found them invaluable. So, okay. Let's move on. All right, sleeping pad. This is the Thermarest Neo Air X-Lite SV. It's their new pad. The SV stands for speed valve. And this is the regular. What I really like is it is rectangular instead of mummy. So you just get more room to sleep on, and I'm a big guy, I like my room. But basically, if you haven't seen one of these before, you just kind of hold your mouth like 6 inches away and you blow in, and it reduces the blow up time by like 2/3. So I can do it in like 8 breaths. It's really nice. Goes real quick, and then you just roll it up, and I love it. So I switched this. I had a Neo Air X-Lite Mummy, and I always felt like I was rolling off it. So I went to something rectangular and went to that. So it worked great. And then here is my baby. So like I said, I have the Catabatic Gear Helios backpack. And for my bag, it's a Catabatic Gear as well. So, hey, I'll tell you, these things are, the Catabatic Gear is not cheap. I really, it was a tough pill to swallow when I paid for it, but these things are amazing. And let's say you drive a fully loaded Volkswagen, leather seats, the whole 9 yards, and you think to yourself, I never need to buy another car again. Why would I ever want something more expensive? And you're right, that car is going to be amazing. But then you get a ride in a Bentley, and you go, now I get why people have those cars. Well, that's what it's like going from, I won't name another type of quilt, to a catabatic gear. You don't understand it until you actually get it, and then you get inside of one, and you look at the craftsmanship and just the artistry that goes into making this, and suddenly the sticker shock isn't sticker shock, and you're like, this is an amazing piece of gear. And to me, everything's based on my whole sleep system and clothing system always comes around this, because as long as I have this to keep me warm, I'm going to be good. I did want to note the pad strap system, which I'm not going to get into, is the best pad strap system I've ever seen. It really locks you in. On a super cold night, I can lock my strap system in, and it is going to cocoon me like a mummy bag. It's phenomenal. So, again, this is the Catabatic Gear Flex 30. The other great thing about Catabatic Gear is they're notorious for overstuffing their, or they don't overstuff, they add more fill per temperature rating comparative to any other quilt company. So you're always going to get a quilt that means it when they say it's a 30 degree. So, and I sprung for the 900 fill power. So this weighs 21.6 ounces for a quilt. So it's amazing. So, all right, so that's about it. The only other kind of cool thing, this isn't really gear, but I registered for the ATC to help them determine how many people were leaving and all that stuff. And I just got a little pack tag. So I'll hang this on my pack somewhere. So if you see somebody out and about with one of these, it means they're a through hiker. So, okay, so that's it. Feel free to leave some comments below. I don't want to sound pretentious or condescending, but you know, my gear is set. This is tried and true and honed in. So I'm not looking to change anything. So I mean, you're more than welcome to leave your thoughts, but like I'm not actually looking for advice to change it. This system has been pretty much it for a long time. So, but I still love to hear your thoughts. And again, I don't mean to be condescending or anything like that, but I hope you enjoyed watching, and we'll see you soon. So I got some more videos coming on the way. Thanks.